It is a wonderful afternoon. Papa Dog and I are making a video together forever with the Papa Dog. And it is warm, and that's why he is in the middle of the room, because he gets overheated here on the couch. And Paul is shopping, and the house is tranquil, and I have different perfume oils on, including Vanilla Seduction by Quality Fragrance Oils. I always mix this up. Quality Fragrance Oils, and it's their own creation. And I have several of my own. I also have Dylan Blue from Donatella Versace. That one is from a different perfume maker. And then I have my own creations, including some vanilla forms, very delicious, and one that I call Cream Green, Dinosaur Love. So that is a wonderful, wonderful perfume oil that I made. I composed that myself, and it's really, really nice and fun, and it's creamy, and it has some spruce in it and stuff like this. Spruce and vanilla, those are the kind of, that they're like, to me that's the same, has the same energy as this color here. So I just want to talk a little bit about corruption, and I want to tell people what is what and how is everything located in this coordinate system of chaos and human corruption and greed and all of this. So I don't even know where to get started, but corruption is happening everywhere, on every level, in every niche, in every cranny, in every society, in every governmental office, on every level. Okay, and it goes all the way down to even to environmental groups that are partially funded, that get governmental grants and so on. I've seen it with my own eyes because I helped those groups, and I've seen it directly from the inside what they're doing. And it's very disturbing, and it should wake us up, and it should make every single person not just consider, but decide and make a commitment to do something for the world to make it better, and to stand strong against corruption, and stand strong against your own corruptiveness, your own corrupt minds, the likelihood that you might look the other way and take some bribe money or something like this, So stand strong against that, and be determined to make the world a better place, and not be lured into money or positions or whatever people are being lured with, So don't do it. Don't do anything on cost of other life forms. Okay, that's very, very important, because we're all in this together. So I have seen, Monsanto during the Obama administration. Barack Obama he allowed extreme vested interest into the government. He allowed lobbyists from Monsanto to get very high level positions. He get, I think, one of the, I don't know, shareholders, or one of the most influential people in that corporation, Monsanto, let them become the chair of the Department of Agriculture. That's corruption and vested interest of the worst, of the most intense form. Okay, and people don't know it. It's not being, you know, they don't talk about it. No one has been talking about it. No one dared to talk about it because they didn't want to be labeled racist. They didn't want to say something. They didn't want to expose anything against Barack Obama because then that would make them look bad to other people, and everyone was terrified of being labeled something or losing their customers. And this is corruption that happens in a peer pressure form. And that's also extremely dangerous. That is probably the most dangerous thing there is. That's even more dangerous than being lured in with bribe and with positions and money and so on. Is actually this fear of losing their position or their standing in society and so on. Instead of questioning this peer pressure, instead of questioning this fear, why are people so afraid? You know, ask yourself, why are you so afraid of being labeled something? Don't worry about what people label you. Stand up for justice. I constantly speak out against injustice. I don't care if that trips someone up and they call me racist or Islamophobe. I'm not a racist. I know I'm not a racist. Okay? So it doesn't matter. It's unfortunate that people are like this. It doesn't feel so good. you know it doesn't feel good to have haters and all of this, but that should not be a deterrent for us to speak out against injustice. you know so we have to stand up, we have to speak out against injustice. This is absolutely infinitely important. Okay. So there are so many things to discuss on this subject, corruption. I mean, it's just insane what's going on. So, the entire medical industry is completely warped and twisted and corrupted. Completely. People don't do anything in there. I mean, it's just very extremely rare when someone does something for other beings, for the world, when someone prevents suffering. It's very rare. Those are very rare people. They're like in the 1% range. And when everyone else, when the 99% of society are corrupt, how can we make the world better? How can the system recover and become better, right? It's impossible. That's why I call out with my blogs and videos and comments to everyone to become aware about this and question your own motives, question your own corruptibility, question your own priorities that you have. You put your social standing above the well-being of other sentient beings, of life on earth. So right there it's warped. Right there it's twisted and sick and broken. Okay, fix this. We need to recognize this and we need to fix it. Fix your corruptibility and become aware and stop it right there in its tracks. Okay, stop it right there. Instantly stop the corruption inside of your own brains. Your twisted priorities. So put the well-being of other sentient beings before your popularity, before your peer groups and what other people think of you, and so on. Very important. So this is the most important thing. live according to love and compassion. Live and think everything through very carefully, you know. Every move you make, every word you say, okay? What kind of ripple effect is that going to have? Become conscious about it. Meditate on it. That's my message to the whole world out there. For example, this is just one example out of so many. In Canada, the veterinarians there ganged up against a veterinarian who was healing, helping the animals heal naturally. They ganged up against him and even managed to revoke his license, where he could not use his office space anymore to practice veterinary medicine. Why did they do it? Because he was naturally, with natural means that didn't cost that much, he was really helping these people. He was helping them, he was educating them on how to feed the dogs better, the better nutrition, the herbs, different clays, you know, diatomaceous earths, kelp seaweed, very important for the teeth. The animals' teeth got well, the enamel grew back, they didn't have infections anymore, they didn't have to have their teeth pulled out. Same with us, you know, I take seaweed. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal it is. So he was really helping the animals, he is helping the animals. And he was helping the animals in person with his practice, and the other veterinarians, you know, people started to go to him instead of to the others. So the other veterinarians got jealous and entitled and angry, and he was helping them with natural means, and they weren't able to push their invasive techniques on people anymore, so on their animals. And so they got mad at him, they ganged up, they conspired against him, and they revoked his license. So, but that didn't stop him, because he wants to help. He wants to make the world a better place. He's an angel soul. So he went and got himself a YouTube channel. I don't know, he probably had that before that. And his channel is called Veterinary Secrets. His name is Dr. Andrew Jones. He is amazing, and I recommend his channel. Please subscribe to him. Give him thumbs up on every one of his videos. He is amazing, and he's helping millions of animals heal themselves naturally with joy and play and love and happiness, instead of invasive techniques or toxic medication. So, you know, we have these choices, you know. So if we know, if we see, there's not even a choice anymore. It's like, it's, of course, naturally we take the path of health and happiness and abundance and nurturing and compassion and fun and joy. Okay, we take that path for our animals and for ourselves. So very, very, very important. So very shocking how this society ganged up on this one person, this one veterinarian who was really helping. And this is just one example out of so many. Dr. Richard Scholz is another example. Dr. Richard Scholz was helping thousands and hundreds of thousands of people heal themselves. He was helping all these Hollywood stars already in the 70s and 80s. And word got around, this man is helping people heal with his natural, 100% natural herbal formulations. And what did they do? They put him in prison because the medical industry the pharmaceutical industry has so far infiltrated into politics and legislation that they created laws where they actually were able to put someone in prison for someone saying, I have helped people heal themselves from these so-called or assumed incurable diseases, what people called, the pharma industry called incurable diseases, where they did do all kinds of terrible, expensive, toxic, and invasive things to people that make them suffer even more so that they can make money. And so that's the kind of world we live in. We live in this world of this extreme corruption and corrupt mindsets. Okay, and we can stop that right now, in becoming very consciously aware about what's going on, and in the way each person lives their own lives. So go green, go whole food vegan, do composting, live compassionately, don't bully anyone anymore, be kind to people, let people talk, have dialogues, have productive dialogues with productive criticism, with productive input, and be good to all beings. Don't log any more trees, don't use pesticides, do everything with patience and love and kindness, educate with kindness, never use force anymore, never use violence. So that's the path. Okay, let's walk that path. Okay, you guys take care.